Hi everyone, and welcome back to Just with Dara. This is the 5th episode of season 4, and today I have a reoccurring guest who I'm really excited for. And so, as you guys can tell by the title, we're talking about how posting on social media does not make an activist. Well, a proper activist. Yeah, a proper activist. Okay, so I'll let my guest go ahead and reintroduce herself, and then she can also say what episode we did before together.
Yeah, okay, my name is Hadassah, and before, me and Darcy both did,
Growing up biracial?
Yeah. I did the Growing Up Biracial episode. So, yeah, okay. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, and I'm also glad that she's back. Oh, right. Sorry, okay.
It's only been a year, so.
It was July or, August or something. Anyways, it has not even been a year yet. But anyways, we were talking about it before, oh, wait, where did this episode idea come from again? But I just kind of remembered. We were talking about how sometimes we would see, different posts and stuff.
Oh, that, people.
Yeah, that people would make. But then, in person, they would kind of say some interesting things.
Or, have friends that completely contradicted what they said.
Yeah, so we were kind of talking about that. And then I was like, oh, that would be a interesting episode idea. So that's kind of where this came from. So basically, I have, 4 prompts that we're going to go into to kind of start a conversation. And then after that, we have, different points that we're going to make. So, I guess, we'll just get started with that now. So, I guess the first one is, when you used to post about different causes... Wait, actually, before I do that, though, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Anyway, okay, sorry. Before I do that, though, let me actually go ahead and, what's the word? Preface. Knew that. Anyways, preface something. So, with this episode, though, we're not saying, you can't post about, causes and stuff on, social media. That's fine, obviously. It's just, when it comes to the point of, hypocrisy, that's where, the problem is. So, I just want to make it clear. We're not going to be, we're talking about this, and then, you see one of us, post something, and it's oh, my gosh, but they said, posting it, that's not what we're saying. We're just saying, don't be a hypocrite about it. But, yeah. Okay, so now going into the prompts, though. When you used to post a lot about different causes on a regular, did you ever feel like you were just doing it because a lot of other people were doing it as well? Or was it the fact that you did believe in the cause, but you did feel partially inclined to repost it?
Yeah, for me, definitely. I feel like there was a point where, it started off, with good intentions. It was of course, this is, something that I agree with. I want to post it because I agree with it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like at some point it kind of turned into, oh, I see this, and I'm oh, you know what? I agree with this, and I know someone else out there is going to disagree, and I want to prove my points. I want to show my opinions and be you're wrong, that type of thing, and just kind of, show that. And so I feel like I said, it started off with good intentions, but it just kind of, it just ended on a really bad note. It ended where it wasn't for the cause,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, for me, I didn't really get Instagram until, last year, May or so. And then I guess, I feel when I started, reposting, different, about, different causes and stuff, with, I guess, going into the summertime, I kind of, repost all the things that maybe I would see on other people's stories. And, yeah, I did believe in it, and it's not I was just, I didn't believe in it, but, I did believe in it. However, at the same time, it wasn't, I felt, I'm not gonna lie, I did partially feel, inclined, oh, I should show that I believe in this.
Yeah.
But, there's not really a point for that, because, I don't need to post something to prove that I, support, Black Lives Matter, or that, I support, these different, minority communities. I don't need to post about that just to,
exactly.
show
me
that.
Posting, a slideshow does not, that doesn't prove that I think people deserve rights,
exactly.
So,
it doesn't really do anything that, oh, look at that, she posted this really nice, cute infographic, so she believes in this, it doesn't,
exactly.
It's not going to do anything.
The infographics are don't be racist.
Yeah,
and it's,
exactly.
a butterfly,
yes.
And, everyone holding hands.
I know. Or they have, I don't know what it's called, but, those things, and they'll have, different bubbles and, different arrows,
oh my gosh,
pointing to, those different things, and just...
Or those people that post, every slide, it's, the, one post, they, post one slide on one story, and then the next slide,
oh, yes,
every single one, so you have to watch,
yeah. So, I definitely felt partially inclined at first, and then, I feel like it was, this one time, I remember, I'm not really gonna say exactly what the post was, but it was, about this thing or whatever that, I mean, I guess I cared about it, but truthfully, I didn't really care that much, if I'm being honest. It wasn't I mean, this is gonna make me sound kind of like a bad person, but like it wasn't too bad of a thing in my opinion. But I saw a lot of people posting about it, and I was like, oh, okay, I should show I care. So like I posted about it too, and then after that, I was kind of like, wait, but like I literally, it wasn't even that much of a thing to me. And then I later on found out that the post, there was like something like not wrong with it per se, but it was like, it wasn't even the right information.
No, I know what you mean.
So like you kind of get so caught up in like, oh, let me post this, and then you end up spreading misinformation.
Exactly.
So after that, I was like, okay, yeah, let me like really think through like what I repost. So after that, I think ever since then, I honestly haven't really posted that much stuff relating to like those causes and different things like that, because I didn't want to like accidentally like post the wrong thing again. And I was like, I should make sure that if I'm doing this, I'm doing it because I feel like it would really have an impact. Because to like my 400 followers and my like maybe like 80 to 100 views on my story of the same people every day, what's it really going to do if I post it? Like, it's not really doing anything because it's the same people who are viewing it. So, and they're going to see that on other people's stories too, so it's not doing anything.
True.
So
like what are those posts, like the ones where it's like, post this and like it'll save a tree?
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, is it really gonna save a tree though?
It's not gonna save a tree. Or
like, is it,
post this and it'll save an elephant, or different things like that. Like I've seen that a lot, and you'll see everyone posting it, and it's like, I'm sorry, but you guys, it's not doing anything.
No,
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like I get that you want to help, but like it's not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But
are we just being critical of
no,
people?
I'm sorry. We're not critical, guys. We're not critical.
No, I don't think so.
We're nice people. We don't judge.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, though, so yeah, I don't know. I just think that if you are gonna post it, just make sure that it's something that you really feel like you feel like it's actually gonna make a difference.
Yeah, like you want to post it because you're like, oh, you know what, this is really cool. Like I think somebody else would like enjoy looking at this.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, I feel like, oh, this is really helpful. Not just like, you know what, I really want to just post this because like I saw 15 other people post it.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, those ones that are like, I see if you don't repost this.
Oh my gosh,
and I'm like,
sticker.
Are you gonna like manipulate me into like posting this? Like,
I mean, like, oh, Black Lives Matter. Skip if you don't believe it. I'm like, huh? Like,
yeah, what? I'm in the car. I don't have internet. Like, I really don't want to post like.
Not even only that, but like, how does me posting a little sticker on my like story with like a black background prove that like I support this movement?
like the Blackout Tuesday thing, like when everyone was posting like the black squares.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, at the time I didn't like have social media or anything, and I was like, oh, this is like really cool or whatever.
Solidarity.
And I mean, I would say, I think the reasoning behind it started off having like good intentions and stuff, but truthfully, I mean, maybe it did bring awareness to the cause, but I feel like, did it really change that much in America though, if we think about it?
They said it was like actually really harmful because like everyone posted those black squares, so they hashtag BLM at the same time, so all the like actual posts with information and everything was like flooded with
by just black,
like,
squares.
So all the information was at the bottom and like you just like couldn't get to it. So I feel like that's another example of like, you know, being more harmful because you're just posting to everyone else's.
That then good. And even with that, I know like there are some people who like they would post it and then maybe like someone would be like, oh, why are you posting that? And then they would like archive their post.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So anyways, we're definitely the same person. But anyways, that's why even with that though, I just feel like definitely don't post things just for the trend, because it's come to a point where like posting on social media is like a trend. It's not even like, oh, let me like I'm actually trying to spread awareness. Like it's just a trend. So I don't know. Just don't fall into that trap, I would say. And then what type of thoughts do you have when you see someone you know that posts a lot of activism type stuff, but then says a lot of stuff that may be really ignorant?
Yeah, like hypocritical people.
Yes.
No, no, I know what you mean. No, I feel like it's really detrimental. Like I feel like it's I don't know, that's complicated. I feel like the people that post it kind of have those, you know, maybe they're falling into the same trap. You know, they're posting it, like, for the same reasons like we were. Like, you know, oh, everyone else is, so I'll post it too.
Yeah.
You know, and they actually don't believe it.
Yeah.
And so then, like, you see them, how they actually act in person and with other people and, like, who they're friends with. And it's, like, it doesn't match. Like, it doesn't line up. So.
I think that's the same for me. Like, it's just kind of, it's definitely interesting to see, like, when those things don't match up. And so I'm gonna be like honest, I guess, like being that I got social media later than a lot of people, and like I would see how like people like that I hadn't necessarily met yet like the things they would post, I would be like, oh my gosh, like that's so cool, like they really believe about this, and that's really good, and oh, like maybe I could be friends with this person because like they kind of have like the same beliefs as I do or whatever. And then I would meet them and they would say some really questionable stuff, and I'm just kind of like, oh.
So you don't actually believe that.
Yeah, so you don't believe that. Like, so I think, honestly, how you act, like, in real life and the things you say in real life are definitely more important and more useful than what you post. Like, like, you can be posting every single day, and it's not, like, that doesn't mean anything. But if, in real life, like, if you're a bad person and stuff, like, what does that do? It doesn't do anything.
I 100% agree with you. Like, if you post something, like, on your story that's, like, negative every single day, like, it's something horrible, you know? Mm-hmm. But then in person, you're, like, the like sweetest person, and like that doesn't reflect you. I feel like that's completely different if it was switched and you were a rude person like in person, but online you were like this like because then it like appears as fake.
I know what you mean. Yeah, definitely. I don't like fake people. So like I really don't like fake people. So like when you post stuff or say one thing and then act another way, that really irritates me.
Yeah, like, let it line up.
Yeah, right. Like, don't try to switch up now. Or people who, like, will change their opinions depending on who they're talking to.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Like, that is, oh, my gosh. That's really annoying.
That's even worse, because then it's like, okay, you're saying one thing, like, you're like, oh, my gosh, let's be a feminist, and then you, like, get around a certain person, and you're like, what? Women don't deserve rights? Like, I don't think that at all. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yes, I completely, definitely, there's, like how you said, like, there are people, like, they'll be talking to you maybe, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, you know, like, that's crazy, like, that this happened or whatever, and, like, okay, I'm trying to, like, think of, like, a specific example, not necessarily, like,
without saying
it. Yeah, not necessarily, like, a real life example, but, like, I'm trying to think of, like, an example. Okay, I guess we can just go back with feminism, like how you said. So they'll just be like, oh yeah, like I definitely believe that everyone should have like equal rights, and maybe they say like they don't believe in gender roles or something along those lines, and then like 5 minutes later, not like, and I'm serious, 5 minutes later, they're talking to someone else and they're like, oh yeah, you know, gender roles, which honestly, this is your opinion. I mean, I personally, I guess I don't care because that's your opinion. But, like, then they could just be like, oh, like, yeah, you know, I think gender roles, I like them. Or, yeah, you know, I think I don't necessarily care about the wage gap or something like that. So, which, those aren't exact things that people have said. So don't, like, if we, like, know you and you're like, don't try to, like, go out and look for who said these things. Like, these aren't things people said. We're just using examples here.
Right.
But, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's definitely annoying. And it's like, if your opinion is maybe something that's like, quote, like controversial, like people don't agree with you, at least don't let it like switch up to someone else that you talk to. Like, for example, like, okay, like I consider myself pro-life, but like could also you consider yourself pro-choice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like with that though, it's like I wouldn't like go and change my opinion because someone else I'm talking to. Like basically all my friends are pro-choice, right? But like if I'm talking to them, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna change my response from compared to me talking to someone else who is pro-life, because like
just based on who you're
around. Just based on who I'm around, because it's like if that's my opinion, I'm gonna like stay with my opinion. And opinions change. I'm not saying they don't change. That's fine if your opinions change. But 5 minutes later your opinion should not be changing. Like maybe if it's like over a course of time, that makes sense. Like I guess like going back to the abortion thing, like in middle school I thought like it should be illegal, and I was like it shouldn't be allowed at all. But like now I don't necessarily think there should be laws about it, but I still consider myself pro-life. So opinions can change in that sense, but it just, like we said, should not be 5 minutes later.
No, definitely.
And then, okay, in what ways do you think that posting on social media does help a cause?
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, I feel like if it's something that you're like, wow, like this is actually really good, like I really feel like what this person has said is really impactful, and I feel like other people should hear it. I feel like that's definitely something that you're like, you know what, I should repost this, because someone else out there is going to see this and be like, you know what, that's great, like that's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely helpful. Or if you're sending it to someone or something like that just for that reason, I think it's all about intent. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're posting it, and then if you're spam posting it, like you just went to your explore page and you like looked up like activism posts, like what's that account, like change and you like impact. Post change impact like constantly, and it's just because like you want to seem like activist. Like I feel like that's when it's harmful and not impactful.
Or like if you specifically go to like a hashtag that and you're like looking for posts of that? Because I've seen that's like
I've done
that.
For
posts of that. Really?
I've done that. Yeah.
You've done that?
Like I'll be like, you know what? I have not posted something, and like I used to, not now.
Yeah,
obviously,
I know.
But like I'd be like, you know what? I have not posted anything in a while. Like I need to show them that I am like still like I'm still meaning, you know. Like,
yeah, but so yeah, like different accounts like that, like. It's just when you spam post it and you're kind of getting the same viewers, I don't think it really does that much of a thing. Now, granted, though, we're not saying those accounts are bad. Obviously, they're good, and like they're not preaching. They're putting out awareness for these different things, which is obviously good. But when it comes to a point of you just like posting stuff and you don't really believe what you're saying, or maybe you do believe it, but like you're just spam posting to post.
Yeah. Because who's actually reading those posts?
Exactly.
Each of them.
Yeah, because the truth is, for me personally, I don't go and read it. I skip over it. And I mean, I guess like we can't speak for everyone, but I feel like most people, especially like our age and stuff, they're probably not gonna read through all of it. Like they're most likely just gonna go ahead and skip past it, which I mean that's just the truth of things. Like that's just reality. So
true.
Yeah, and I mean I feel like okay. So the truth is that like they may believe that what they're posting, like they may believe it, but like
I know what you mean.
Sorry. Anyways, but then they like get roped in with other people's ideas and get roped in with things that are like opposite from what they say in person. And honestly, I feel like I'm almost guilty of this too. Like, okay, well, not anymore, but like before, if like I would post some things like during the summertime and stuff, but like out loud, I would kind of say things that like didn't necessarily align with that. So that's why I kind of realized for myself like I should probably like not keep posting all this stuff because it's like it's not really what I believe, so I shouldn't like post about it. Now if I do say something that I do believe and I feel like if it would actually do good, like yeah, I guess I would post about it, but I just don't think it should be like an everyday thing, which is definitely what it was for me.
I agree.
Back when. So oh right, sorry, I just remembered I was also going to say something else. With that awareness though, I think education is probably like one of the best tools of like spreading the, I don't know what the word is, but like spreading the, what's the word? I guess
no, like to educate,
educating people. It's really important. That way, through education, you're not as ignorant as you might have been before, or you're more aware about different causes and different things that happen that maybe you didn't realize before. So I think that that's a way that the posts do help. So I think it is important to highlight that though, that although I don't now, I do honestly skip past a lot of those posts like that. The ones that I maybe did read, the ones that maybe did catch my eye and I did read, I do think that they definitely brought attention to a cause that maybe I didn't know about before, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, I should be more aware of this and not be to where I wasn't as ignorant as I was before about this certain topic. So
and I feel like social media in itself is like a really great platform for that, like if used the correct way, like we're saying, like if you're doing it for the right reasons and those type of things, like the ones that do catch your eye, like obviously education on that platform, because like everyone uses social media, like everyone has an account, whether it be like a spam, some type of account, you can see it, and like in that way I feel like it's helpful.
I agree. So do you think that more or less misinformation spreads through the posts and reposts that people make about different causes? So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about before with like how maybe it can be more detrimental than helpful and things like that.
I think definitely the misinformation is like a huge part of it. Like I feel like we were saying those posts that are like with the like save an elephant, save a life, like repost, like my picture, save an elephant. Like I mean, I don't know, I haven't looked into it, like maybe you are saving an elephant. I don't know, like I mean that's possible, but like are you? You know, I don't know.
If you are, that's good, but
that's great. And
I kind of doubt it. So sorry.
Or like it, like you were saying, like there's posts where it's like, okay, well the information you're saying is clearly wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're telling me 2 + 2 is 7, and like I posted that because I'm like, you know what? It's Change posted it, so it's got to be right. Like they mean this. Like they know, not me. You know, I don't know. I feel like in that case, kind of like vet the post itself, and so I feel like misinformation definitely is more. What's the word? More
prevalent?
Yeah, more bound to be posted.
Yeah. I think that I also agree, because with like, I mean, I feel like this goes with anything on social media, whether it's posting about like some cause or just posting about anything in general, because like so many things get maybe like posted, reposted, and different research arises, like the story will get twisted on different accounts that you look at it from. Like there will be things that maybe it's like the premise was the same, but then as you go into the details, it's different. And then also something for me, truthfully, I feel like if I see like some sort of typo that is very obvious typo, not just like a small type of typo, I'm not going to believe the rest of what you're posting about.
No, exactly.
It's like okay, you had a basic like thing that you messed up, and
like you couldn't take the time to use the right your.
I know, yeah, like... or like to use the right to or the right there. Yeah, the there's bothering me the most, honestly.
And we just said we're not critical. Like
we're not critical, guys. We don't judge. We accept all opinions.
Is this
here.
your whole podcast? Like being
critical? No, I'm not critical. I just like
it's a good share my opinion. It's a good critical.
Yeah. We're not critical, guys. Anyways, so, okay, also, no, because I don't want to say this, and then, like, what if I, like, text someone and I use the wrong your or something, and they're like, in your episode, you talking about, okay,
I just thought about that, because sometimes I
get you.
Let's preface that. Sometimes we make that mistake, but we're not posting on
Yeah, we're not posting about it. Exactly. If I was posting about it, I would reread that, like, 10 times before I post it.
Like, people that actually post, like, on their, like, story, or, like, even, like, on their caption or something, I'm like, you should have taken the time.
I
like
know.
5, like it does not even take that long to just like make sure.
My thing is, okay, this is gonna sound really judgmental, but like
it's too late
when I see someone's post and it's like from a year ago and they use like the wrong your, and I'm like, you're telling me a year later you have not realized that on this post you can edit posts, like edit it, like fix it.
You can edit captions.
You can edit the
definitely
caption. You do not have to leave that there. Like you can change that. And I was like, no one told you that. Like you used the wrong thing or what? You just didn't care. I'm sorry. Or people who like have the word there 3 times in one sentence and they happen to use the same there. Whereas you have to know that in that sentence there are 3 different types that could have been that should have been used.
Right.
But okay, I'm sorry. This kind of goes off topic. I'm getting really I'm sorry, but I just want to say I make mistakes too. So like if I make a mistake like that, I'm sorry. Yeah, please don't come for me. Like I'm sorry. But okay, so I'm sorry. That was Anyways, okay, well, yeah, we kind of talked about like before about how people post about different things, and then I would think that like they believe in this, but not really. And then I'm sorry, I'm looking over like our notes and stuff. So okay. Anyways, though, I just think that really like I just want to say it again, like how we said before through this episode, we're not saying don't post about different causes. There wouldn't be like a time in the future when neither of us wouldn't post about something. Like maybe we would, but we just want to make it clear that like doing that doesn't automatically mean like, oh, I'm a little activist. Like no, because I feel like
what else are you doing?
I feel like if you do that and then maybe you're like donating to different causes or different things, and like we're not saying you have to donate like if you can't, but just like kind of taking that extra step, then I would say like I would say what you're doing is really inspirational. Or even if you're not donating, but even as long as you're just not hypocritical about it, I think that's really what we're talking about here. Like as long as you're not posting certain things but then saying really like out of pocket stuff in person, like if you're
posting like don't litter, and then I see you like at school and you're like literally littering, like you know, I don't know, I feel like that's incredibly hypocritical.
I know. Or like just even things like I've seen people post things like, oh, I support Black Lives Matter or whatever, but then like in person they would like be making fun of like someone's name that is a traditional type of Black name. Anyways, so also with that though, I wrote it here, like I'll hear people like being blatantly disrespectful about someone else's culture, whether it's mocking someone's ethnic name or making fun of another part of someone's heritage, but then like they'll post things like
respecting different Americans,
or like or I don't know if I should say that.
Be more specific.
Okay, I was gonna say like when people will like maybe be really passionate about like their own things and from like their own cultures and stuff, but then when it comes to someone else's culture, they don't really want to hear about it.
No, also like religion too. Like if you're like you know what I'm saying, like I definitely feel like, you know,
I know what you mean.
Definitely like show that, express that 100%, but then you can't be upset whenever like someone who's Christian does the same thing. Like I don't know, I feel like it can't be. I don't know.
There has to be an equal balance.
No,
like,
definitely.
Like I think everyone, like it's okay obviously to talk about the things that are important to you and your beliefs, and that's obviously a good. But at the same time, it's like if certain people from like a certain group do it, then people will be like, oh, they're pushing. They're like pushing their religion on me, or things like
but
that. But you're kind of doing the same thing. Yeah. But that goes with any.
Right, that's like really general.
Yeah, that's super general.
Super general.
Okay, so
like I'm sure everybody knows people who do that.
Yeah, of course. So that brings us to the end of this episode. Actually, we hope that you guys enjoyed it. We definitely enjoyed recording it, and I think that this was actually kind of like it was, or it's more for me. It's more fun when I'm in person with the person talking, because we're actually
you can see each other's facial expressions.
Yeah, we're in the same place right now, so it definitely makes it easier to record and to bounce ideas off each other, like we were saying earlier and stuff. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Do you have anything to say?
No, I'm really excited to be here. It's fun.
Yeah, okay. And I was glad that she joined me again too. So.
Yeah, of course. So I just really like speaking.
Okay, that's what you tell yourself. Anyways, okay. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to, actually, I typically don't say this, but I'm gonna promote myself. Follow me on Instagram.
There you go.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Definitely.
Follow me on Spotify.
Repost.
Yes, repost. Yes, repost this. Repost this. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Whatever other stuff you do it all. Send it to your friends. Share it to your family members.
You can even follow you on Spotify.
So follow. Send it to all your friends. Be like, I love this podcast.
Listen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. And that's the gist. See you next Saturday.